Rory McIlroy is Players Champion and he's looking like a strong contender for a little place called Augusta in April. But I've just seen a huge story which I can't quite believe. So we've all taken an Uber in our life. It's basically a taxi, it's a cab, it's a way of getting from point A to point B. Now, apparently, I saw this story on Twitter, so it might be correct, it might be incorrect. I think it's probably true. So apparently Rory Ubered his old Qi10 Fairways and driver from his house in like South Florida, Palm Beach I think it is, all the way to Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Now he didn't win the Arnold Palmer Invitational, but he has just won the Players using these clubs. So today we're going to have a quick look because I've got Qi10, I've got Qi35, and this whole story mind boggles me because obviously TaylorMade will pay Rory McIlroy a small fortune. It's a lot. It's a big fortune to use their clubs. The fact that he's adamant he's not going to put the Qi35 in play for the Masters. I mean, we all know that the Masters is the kind of the golden goose for Rory McIlroy, isn't it? It's the one that just keeps eluding him. What's the phrase I'm looking for there? Golden? No, it's the golden goose, is it? Well, it's not the speckled hen, but I will have a speckled hen at the weekend, Rob, if you want. We're going away, aren't we? But let's have a look at this Qi10 because I think this could well be the best driver TaylorMade have ever made. I think the M2 was that to start with. Now the Qi10 is fantastic. But what are the big differences realistically in the core model of the Qi10 and the Qi35? Why did Rory McIlroy pay? I haven't told you how much it cost. Do you know how much it cost the Uber? So it was $900 plus for the Uber. It's a long way, isn't it? We've done that drive up the turnpike. It's not a short drive, Rob. You imagine being the Uber driver. Let's just hit a couple of shots. We've had a warm-up already. That's one of the shots I've hit with the Qi10, 270 carry, 294 total, sub 2,000 spin. I'm a real big fan of this, and let's just see what we can get out there with it. We've got that lovely shiny carbon crown. And that's another one. That's a really nice stripe, fading back down. Is this going to be a 300-yard drive, Rob? I think it could be. Go on. Go on. Yes! I haven't hit a 300-yard drive in quite a long time, but we are trying to lose weight, so maybe we're more sleek, slimline, potentially. Anyway, so that for me is it's just a good golf shot. 275 carry, really happy with that. Sub 2,000 spin, and you can see 300 yards total. What I really like about this is the infinity crown on the Qi10. It's like black and shiny. It's that Trixel weave carbon that you can see, and we have that little etch in there so you can see where the top line is. Now the blue face, I can leave the blue face, to be honest. I always think with this, are you a blue or are you a red? Because like when it comes to football terms, you're either a blue or a red generally, unless you're like a Norwich fan, which, would you go away kit? I don't know. But generally, I did like the red face on the Stealth. Now, the big difference is really here with the Qi10. If we have a look at the Qi35, and I can't quite believe actually that Rory doesn't like the Qi35. There must be something that he just doesn't like the look of or something, because they both have that through slot speed pocket, but we actually have an interchangeable weight on the Qi35. So you can see we have a 13 gram weight at the back and then a 3 gram weight right at the front. I'm a huge fan of that. I think putting that in the core model is a little bit of a game changer for TaylorMade. I don't know why Rory doesn't like it, but it did take a while to get out of the Stealth 2 into the Qi10, didn't he? Like when people asked him about it, he basically said, look, sometimes you just don't vibe with the new woods. I don't know. And someone asked him about how much the Uber cost and he didn't know. His manager sorted it, which is quite nice, isn't it? Because he's obviously a busy guy to do that. So is the Qi10 the driver you should potentially... You all right, Rob? I thought you'd taken a fall. The driver you should potentially be buying in 2000, because again, 266 up to 280, that was actually quite a nice shot. I've just pulled it a little bit. But should this be the driver you're buying? You can go somewhere like Golfers for Cash, you can get this second hand, you can save a little bit of money comparable to the £529 new club. Come on, let's go again. Is the Qi10 going to be longer? I love that as a shot. You know, just peeling back a little bit higher spin that time, but it's still carrying like up there at 263, in the fairway near enough, it's 280 yards. Now, why did Rory Uber, it's a huge advert for Uber as well, isn't it? I can't believe they don't jump on this, to be honest, and try and make hay while the sun shines with it. But, first of all, why didn't you just take him with him? Because he's going to have room in the bag, isn't he? Like whenever a tour pro goes to an event, you don't just take your 14 clubs, you take loads of clubs. And also, can someone not have dropped them off? Because £900 is excessive, isn't it, for a one-way journey up there? 600 plus tip, but then you have to leave a big tip in America, don't you? We're going to get to the bones of this now. So I've got Qi35 core model. It's set on the same loft. I've crouched this down. That's actually Bobby's driver. I think you're driving really well there, haven't I? Yeah, really nicely. So looking down at it, I mean, I've done a vague comparison before on the channel. It does look more elongated. It certainly looks different, doesn't it? I think, could it be that that's why? I mean, would he use the LS model? Potentially. You could cite that because the LS model does look a lot smaller and really, really nice. I thought we'd compare the normal models just because it's a lot more relatable to you guys at home. So, 300 to beat, shall we? Let's do this. Right, come on. Oh, that's just a little bit left. That's 2,500 spin. That's a long way left, actually. I'm going to say that's pilot more than club. But we are going to give this a couple of goes. And I'm going to, 271 is not bad for a miss here. I'm going to play around with the weights, I think, as well, and see if we put that 13 gram weight at the front, it can help us a bit. Because I believe that, to be honest, you get the best of both worlds with the Qi35 core model. See, that's a lovely drive. It's just a little bit high in spin, isn't it? 3-1 spin. That's up there at 270. So comparable to the lovely high fade we played with the Qi10, that is 3-4 yards longer. Do I hit one more before we play with the weights and just get... It does feel totally different, to be honest, and I do prefer the look of the black face. I certainly don't prefer that crown. I think when TaylorMade start bringing out potentially is it the My QI, that kind of range where you can black it out, I think they'll absolutely fly out in like Dick's Sporting Goods and PJ Tour Superstore. Oh, that's a necky one. That's a necky one. And this is where this driver really does come to your rescue because I've hit that terribly and it's still just bounding down the middle of that fairway. Again, pretty high spin. Now, this is where, first of all, it's where my dentist shouts at me, Rob, isn't it? Where else do you put them? Where else can I put that? And when I first tested the Qi35, like I do like the low spin model. I think it looks good, but then a lot of the guys on tour stay away from that, especially now, because TaylorMade's big push this year with Qi35 is that they want to enhance MOI, enhance MOI, but lower spin rate. And the ability to do this, like this is almost up there with the 10K model. I know obviously the max is the 10K, but now we can shove CG closer to the face. We can still have plenty of MOI because the weights, what's this called, Bobby, do you remember? It's in the inertia generator, Bob. Inertia generator. So, and Rory's going to have the best fitters in the world, isn't he? He's going to have gone to the Kingdom. The fitters have probably come to his home club as well and helped him with it. But he's gone like full hog. So this now should be perfect. 300 to beat. It sounds totally different. It just sounds a little bit kind of firmer, doesn't it? See there, that has brought the spin down a bit. It was 3,500 earlier, that strike. Now that's 3,000, so it's still pitching up there at 269. I think really what I've done is I've hit a worldy first drive, haven't I? And now we're just trying to catch up to it. But would you have Ubered your golf clubs to a tournament? Oh, there we go, Bob. There we go, come on. It's got to be, is it? What's that pitching? 275. No! No! That's where, to be honest, maybe the spin's a bit low. Maybe I should have put the back. We've just had an interesting point. It doesn't sound the same when the weight's forward, does it? It sounds a little bit tinnier. To be honest, I think if you're an everyday golfer / customer of TaylorMade, you're not changing from Qi10 to Qi35. And that's no shock, and I don't think that's a shock to TaylorMade. TaylorMade don't bring out a club every year for people to jump out of last year's into this year's. They bring out this club for the guy who's probably still in stealth, maybe that kind of generation. So I like them both. I think personally I prefer the look and the sound of the Qi10, but having this changeable weight in the core model is an absolute game changer. So yeah, I personally wouldn't spend $1,000 to taxi my golf clubs around, but then I'm not probably the best golfer in the world right now, am I? Rory is. I didn't play those last 3 holes as good as he did. Played them all right, but actually the 18th was a shit show, wasn't it? Did you watch the thingy? Yeah. And that's where really, you think about that first drive he hit, it's paid off, hasn't it? I mean, he could hit that drive with this club, no doubt about it, but also he has to have the confidence to just stand up there, get your Qi10 out at bag, take your dog, it's a doggy, is it? Take your dog off it, and hit that. I mean, that might be in the trees a little bit, but guys, really interesting video. Just thought I'd bring this to you guys so you can let me know what you think. Qi10's good, isn't it?